I just don't.
Welcome back to another edition of the Pitch Putt Puff podcast. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate everybody tuning into the last episode as well. It was one of the most listened to episodes. Shout out to XG for jumping on, taking the time. Really cool of him to do. I'm sitting here today with a couple guests. Missing a co-host today. Brad's not going to be here tonight, but sitting to my right is my man JR. What's up, Jay?
Yo, what's up?
And then we got the 518 Golf the Cape guys here, Anthony and Mike. What's up, boys? Welcome to the pod.
Yo, yo.
Yeah, so big episode. These guys are excited to be on. They're starting something new, doing a little bit of golfing in the Cape. Bunch of guys from the 518. So, Ant, tell us a little bit about what your plan is going forward with that.
I don't know. We've really been doing this for like 5 years. We just didn't really know it yet. Because me and Mikey started going out to the Cape to my parents' condo probably in, 2018. Playing
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Started playing every spring out there, and it was actually Mike's idea because he was looking online for these the map for how many golf courses were at the Cape, and there's actually 50 golf courses, believe it or not, out there on that small island.
Okay,
it's pretty wild. I didn't even believe it. But so Mike comes to me on Christmas of maybe 2 years ago, 2020.
Yeah, yep.
Christmas.
2-3 years ago, I think it was.
And he brought me this map from Cape Cod Golf guys. Pretty cool guys. They're from out at the Cape. But it has all the golf courses on it. So Mike's like, let's put this in a frame, grab some raceable markers things, and we've been checking off the spots we've been going, and this was 4 years ago. Then I just thought, just this past year, I said, let's do something. I said, let's maybe talk about it. There's a lot of people that go to the Cape. I said we could do something like podcast and the Instagram page type thing, and get some followers. I've been getting a lot of followers out at the Cape.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
You've been putting in some work, though.
I've been putting in a lot of work. It's
man.
Pretty hard, man.
You actually got me motivated a little bit to get on my shit a little bit.
Roger got remotivated.
I did.
Working.
Because it's tough, Jay, when there's no golf. It's like, all right, what do we got to talk about? You know what I mean? So now it's like, all right, me and him, now I got someone to work with, kind of, and he can promote my shit, I'll promote his shit.
You're not golfing, so you got time to hit up everybody.
Yeah, and like how
you need somebody to talk, it's this guy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I've been networking like crazy. I've been networking hard. It's a lot of fun, though, too. It's, I'm getting to know a lot of people in the golf world.
Yeah.
And it's free. Really, at the end of the day, it's free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's that you actually, I listened to one of your podcasts, and you're like, you know what? It's fun. I'm getting together with the guys. We're talking about what we're doing, and
something
hopefully
to do.
we get some people listening.
That's it. And you got literally, we can look back at this in 10 years, sit down, smoke a joint or whatever, and be like, yo, look how stupid we are. Like, yo, that was a good time.
Yeah.
Like, that was a good time.
Like,
we had fun with it at least, you know?
Hell yeah.
What got you guys into golf? When did you guys start golfing?
Actually, I got into it when I started working at Concord. My boss had an old set of clubs sitting in his basement.
Yep.
And then that's when I kind of met this guy.
Okay.
Because I worked with another kid, Sean, that I met him through.
Okay.
He knows I've been in it my whole life.
So he's been in it forever.
Yeah. He's been writing Yelp reviews on Brunswick Green since 1987.
But yeah, me, I was always sneaking out with the Stickaway boys at Freer Park over there, going through OLV parking lot on the fifth hole. As, 11, 12-year-olds.
Yep.
So I probably started at like 12, 13, but I sucked up until I was at least 25.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I didn't really start playing seriously until my mid-20s.
You got to take it serious.
You got to grow into it.
So what do you consider not sucking at golf?
Yeah. Good question, Joe.
Okay. So that's a good question. It took me until I was probably in my mid-20s to break 100 at Freer Park. Okay. So good 10 years from 16 to 25 of playing serious to break 100 at that tough golf course. Yeah. And now I break 100 regularly there. If I shoot over 100, that's a really terrible round.
Yep.
And if I shoot in the 80s, that's a real good round. And I broke 80 once my first time last year at Eagle Crest. It was just everything was going right. Shot 79, and
Nice.
It's kind of an easy course. I don't know if you guys played it out there at Clifton Park.
Oh, yeah, I play it all the time.
It's real forgiving, and I was just hitting some crazy putts. Brad was actually there just shaking his head at me, doing his Brad thing. Like, I can't believe you're hitting this shit.
I think anything under 90 is actually better than what a lot of amateur golfers would probably think.
I think if you're under 100 and under, you're a decent golfer. You can go out there and hang with pretty much anybody you play with.
But it took me 10 years of
averaging 80s though is
you're
a good golfer.
You're a good golfer.
Amateur. If you're like under 90 a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're not embarrassing. You go out and play golf and not be embarrassed.
Like dudes like Cunningham, Pastor, shooting in the mid to low 80s, consistent yourself, like just in the 80s, low all the time, in 70s.
That's what it is.
I would like to be 85 is cool.
That's my goal. When I get to the golf course, I want to leave there with an 85 and I'll have a great day.
The difference between us and the pros is the consistency. That's what you just said. It is consistency.
We got to go to work though. We can't practice like they can. Right. Like, they already have like their money and stuff set. They've been practicing every day.
And they're practicing.
Going to work like they were hitting like 5,000 golf balls.
That's the thing. Right. They're practicing. We're going, like, in our free time when we get a chance to go, we're going to play. Let's get out there and play 9, smoke a couple joints, have a couple. That's our practice. They're going to the range at 5 a.m. instead of we're putting the boots on going to work.
They're doing 6 hours.
Yeah.
Sessions, yeah.
Like Fairway. I mean, Fairway could technically, the amount of swings he take this year, he probably could have a PGA card. But he's over on the 6th hole at Freer Park, and he's hitting all different shots. And there'll be rounds we're playing, and he'll be like, I hit this shot like 600 times today. And his hands are all bleeding and shit. And he's like, and it's just not working out here. He always ends
up with some Band-Aids.
Yeah, he's always got Band-Aids on because he's hitting 7,000 golf balls. I seen him today. Fairway Mike. So we're broadcasting this, by the way, live from the Fairway Studios, or Heyman Studios.
The
Heyman Studios.
I know when I practiced a lot last year, I did a lot better. Like this year, I didn't practice at all, and I was like 87s, and like even like a 91 or 2. Didn't practice at all. But the year before, I was shooting like low 80s all the time, and I was practicing like 2-3 times a day. Like that shit matters a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed it with my game last year. This year just passed. Like I didn't practice, and there's days I played like shit. Like last year, I practiced a lot, and I was shooting like 76s once.
Dude, last year you were fire.
Like I was practicing 2-3 times a week, and it's like that shit will matter if you want to like go under 90.
If
like
you want to
better
keep it
practice
consistent.
somehow, like 2-3 times a day.
That's like with Bub when he gets frustrated mid-season when he actually has to work all the time and shit. He's like, my scores are going. I'm like, Bub, well, you're not out here. You're getting out once a week. Like, what do you expect to do?
That's just not easy playing on Sunday. We go break 90.
No.
That's where I'm at.
It's you're in the same situation, same company as him. So you're out there once a week, and it's tough to get out there and get consistent.
On the range right before you get ready to go out.
So a guy like me who plays 5-6 times a week, it's sometimes bad too because then I start doing something terrible, and then I try to fix it, and then I'm doing so many different things that I'm fucked up for 2-3 weeks stretch before I just take a couple days off.
Yeah,
what the fuck am I doing here?
It's such a mental game.
It is.
That's
what I was saying. If you guys listen to that last one with XG, he had a guy on, and those guys were arguing. He's like, boxing's harder, this and that. And the guy's like, it physically, yes, but the mental aspect and the physical aspect of golf is harder. Like you're doing, like I said to him, it's insane because you're trying to do the same thing, but you're not because every shot's different. So it's like doing the same thing and over and over and expecting the same results is insane. But that's kind of what golf is, but you're not trying to do that at the same time. So it's just fucked up game.
Exactly. Puts a bean on you.
Yeah.
All it takes is 2 good shots in a round, though.
Yeah. And you're coming back.
Absolutely.
And you're coming back.
That's what they
Punch
say.
yourself in the face all day long, but that last shot.
And like putting.
I'll be back.
The putting will always like cost, like Freer Park especially is going to cost people a lot of strokes. Like if you're in the 90s, if you're in the 80s, low 80s, you putted well.
Freer Park greens will make you never want to golf again some days.
Yeah.
It's just, you got to go there.
On some of those pin plays,
they're not.
You got to go there expecting that, though. If you know the course, I mean, I tell everybody that. I said, listen, the course is wide open, but wait till you see these greens.
Yep.
Wait till you see these greens.
That's what I told my buddy Cerrone when he played on my birthday last year. I was like, dude, easy course until you get to the greens, man. And even when I seen a couple of guys I knew from when you guys were up there with the 518 golf or amateur tour.
Yep.
Whatchamacallit, I was like, yo, it's a course is beautiful, blah blah blah. Greens are a bitch. I see him after. He's like, dude, what the fuck? I putted this way, it went that way. So
one of the last rounds, and I don't know if it was just because it was the grounds were getting harder. It was the end of the season, but Mikey was there. And I'm telling you, I had a nice drive. I was about 6 feet below the cup, okay? I legitimately, Mike, you remember? I put it up to the cup. I was about a foot past the ground, and then it started to roll back. This was on 2.
Okay.
Wait, no,
Jay
listen.
loves 2.
So and then it rolled legitimately back to me. Like, I'm like, I was a foot away from the hole. Perfect par look. Like, and then I'm like, is this thing, it's just,
then you end up
people don't understand. Oh, I think I doubled it because I ended up just smashing it up there. I was like, it'll stay up there now.
The thing, like, because these guys play with us on the pitch putt and puff on Sundays as well. So, like, on Sundays, the guys from the loop, the group in front of us, they got like 24 to 30 guys. And they give the fucking grounds crew guy a hard time, like, all the fucking time. So on Sunday, he puts the pins in the hardest spots. So when we're up there on a Sunday, like, you expect it to be, like, the hardest possible fucking course. So, like, if you come out on a Sunday and shoot a 79, 80, like, you played fucking lights out. And you putted probably two-putted everything at most, you know? So
that's probably why, what's his name, scored low on the Saturday.
Oh, yeah, because the greens were slow. And then, it was wet.
And the pin placement was nice on that Saturday.
Yeah.
A lot harder on Sunday.
And then you go to Sunday, and it's
but I think a lot of his success had to do with pouring rain, and I mean, it just slowed those greens up.
Yeah.
You know, you were actually having to smash. The only time I've ever seen you have to smash the ball at Freer Park on those greens.
Yeah.
Because it was literally, you know, the water tail was going on, and it was not enjoyable, but we played through some shit in that tour.
Oh, yeah.
He has it all set up, and we played through
That's a pretty good setup. Yeah. I mean, I was impressed when I pulled up that day. I didn't know what was going on, and I pulled up, and I was like, shit, did we not have a tee time today? Because I thought it was a tournament I didn't know about. And he's got all the banners set up and all that shit, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome, man.
It's a cool little setup.
I just got into it last year, and Mikey got into it, and it's I mean, the camaraderie alone that you get with the guys. I used to have just Mikey to golf with. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's it. I was like, yo, Mikey, you want to go golf? Now I got 30 guys I could call up on a Saturday and go golfing. And that's the best part. That's number one. Number two, I mean, it's tour feel. It really truthfully is because you got the live scoring. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Mikey gets annoyed at me.
People from everywhere.
We played
all over the Capital District.
Absolutely. Capital District. Not only that, you're playing with people. It's a nationwide tour. People don't realize that.
Because I saw the Utah one started following me, Carolina one or something like that.
So actually, Freer Park, the winner was from the Philadelphia Metro Tour.
Oh, shit.
And it ended up being between him
and Philly to play Freer.
He did, yeah. I don't know if he had family here, whatever it was, but cool guy. He ended up. I was in the final foursome. I came back 7 strokes. This is at Freer Park, day 2. By 16, I think Mikey was in our foursome. Did you end up? You played? Yeah, you played with us. He was in the final foursome with us.
Yep. And I crapped out the last time.
Well, you played like terrible, absolutely.
And they base it like a tour, so you're going to have the low scores are going to be matched together.
Absolutely, that's what it means. So you got to play to be in that final group for sure.
That's cool.
So anyways, I came back down. I was just holding it together. Nothing great, but they were falling apart.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They were ahead 7 strokes starting day 2, holding it together. And then 16 through 18, which are pretty easy holes, but the par 3 is a real tough one.
Yeah.
I shot +7 on the 3 holes. 7 over, yeah. Just murdered me.
Dude, people don't realize it, but 17 and 18 can be a round
I put it in the trees on 17. And in 18, I put it down to the right in the trees. It's like because think about it, apart.
17 is pretty much 180 yard, 175 yard par 3 with uphill, basically a little uphill, and there's so much room for error. The green, there's not a good spot to land it on the green.
No, just in trouble.
One goes back left, another one sinks you down to the right, then the other one's a false front, brings you that way. Like you can't even land the ball anywhere to have a good putt.
So I got the PS5 for Christmas, and I got the golf. Freer Park's on there. I played it the other day.
Nice.
The course the kid did is awesome. It literally is exactly how the whole slope. The only hole that's like unrealistic is like 6 because it's a short, the dog leg left. You like hit a 7-iron over the trees with your creative golfer pretty much, and fucking goes right on the green.
Is it updated to what Freer Park?
100%.
All the new work?
100%.
Beautiful.
It's so cool, dude. It's so cool.
Nice.
I didn't really have time. I've been too busy playing Spider-Man to look and see if there was any other local courses on there. But speaking of local courses in the Cape, what are some of your favorite courses from the Cape and out here?
Oh God! So the nicest course we played out of
you guys being on the tour and shit, you played a lot of courses around here.
Yeah, absolutely. Out of the Cape, nicest course is the course our condo is on, Ocean's Edge, I'd have to say, and unfortunately they changed some things up. We're grateful for being able to play out there, but it's like I don't even know the membership fee. It's astronomical. It's ridiculous to be a golf member.
Yeah.
So my parents are sports members, which gives you access to all the pools, the tennis courts, but not golf. Golf is like on another level.
I can imagine right there.
So they used to allow sports members to play off season and different, you know what I mean? Not peak time. And they nixed that. And I think what it was a lot of me and Mikey probably are thinking a lot of the members paying big bucks, huge dollars, like, you know.
Wanting tee times and
right, whatever it is,
like
saying, who are these clowns on the course, you know what I mean? That
taking
I know
YouTube videos.
Right.
They know you're not a member.
They know, right. And it's
like $10,000 a year.
No, dude, it's way more than that. And the
members,
then there's an entry. They want the biggest thing. I think it's like $50,000 they want up front just to be a member, and then it's a yearly thing.
Right.
It's huge money.
Everybody's doing that though now. There's definitely a couple thousand entry fee at the minimum. You're paying like $5 anywhere now. Mm-hmm. Nobody lets you in for free anymore.
Nothing's free.
So that's the nicest course. I mean, it's a Nicholas design, absolutely beautiful. You could see if you come on my Instagram page, 518 Golf at the Cape, you could see some videos of us playing the course and some pictures of Ocean's Edge. I mean, absolutely beautiful. Just rolling hills, the green, just forever green. It's just unbelievable. There's not a brown piece of grass out there. They tell you, this is interesting. They tell you, well, what were you going to say, Mike?
We get to stay on a course and look at it overnight and not get to play it.
It's literally, I want my first podcast we're going to try to do out there in the spring when we do it, and literally out our window is the 8th green. It's just this beautiful course. It's unbelievable. But the condo is on the course. That's the nicest, but my favorite course is the Captains out there. It's shout out to the Captains. Awesome people. Always can get a tee time because it's 36 holes. I mean, I've called out there. I've called out there, 3 o'clock after we get back from the beach. Like, hey, baby, care if I go golf a quick round, midsummer. Yep. And she's like, I put the girls down for a nap. I go golfing. I go out to, awesome. Every
summer I go out to Dennisport. And I go for like 3 or 4 days max. Like, not the big, so I had a terrible trauma as a child going to the Cape. I was 16. My parents forced me to go on a vacation I didn't want to go on. I had plans for the weekend that I had to cancel and shit, and I was pissed about it. So we're about to leave, and my mom says, let's do a whale watch. So I'm thinking, she's like, it's a short one. But it was Gilligan's Island 6-hour whale watch, right? I'm out there. We've seen one fucking...
Sounds brutal.
Bro, 6 hours. We're cruising around, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, all right, you see a couple dolphins, a couple other fish jumping out of the water, woohoo. And, one whale, 6 hours.
Oh God, that's brutal.
Then you got to drive. Then you got to drive 3.5, 4 hours home in traffic and everything else because it was a Sunday. I'm like, yo, I was so pissed. So I never really liked the Cape, but now we go. It's a family tradition. Me, the wife, and the kiddo and her family every year for 3-4 days. It's a good time, especially now that the kids are involved. But there's Jay out in the Cape. There's nowhere to go. You drive everywhere. You can't just walk somewhere. Everywhere. So that's my big pet peeve. I grew up going to Cape May, Wildwood. You just walk around. You hop on the boardwalk and off you go. I love that shit. You can get on these little pedal bikes and cruise around town. So, but in Cape Cod, there's really nowhere when you look around, there's nowhere for a golf course. So to hear there's places with 36 holes and shit, I'm like, well, where? Because the place I look up, they're so far from where I am.
And next year, Roger will be divorced because he's on his trip. He's going to be trying to hit all these golf courses.
Right. Hey, babe, I got to take this ride up here real quick. I'll be back about 6 hours.
They're there, man. Believe it or not, it's narrow out there, but they're there. They really are. We've played them, and there's proof. I have proof that they're there.
And there are a lot of 9-hole courses.
Yeah, right.
Well.
That's what I noticed. Yeah.
And I was then speaking of that reminds me, hidden gem out there. What we just recently played, beautiful Highland Links in Truro. Oh my God, it's literally so Truro. As you go out to the Cape deeper, it narrows.
Yep.
So this golf course is almost the furthest out the Cape. Both sides you're on.
Because what's at the point?
It's Provincetown. So Truro is right before Provincetown, and that's where that's where this golf course Highland Links is in Truro. And I mean,
that's where Bob goes.
I felt like if you go on my page, you could see pictures from there. I mean, I felt like I was almost on like the cliffs of like Pebble Beach. But like I wasn't, but I was just visualizing, just like because
the water's crashing right up to the walls on you, right? There, right?
We played in November, and it was probably 40 degrees, wind blowing off.
Okay,
I mean,
is that the one Brad went up there with you guys?
Yeah,
because he was. I remember Brad was like, "Oh, I can't play this weekend. I'm going up to the Cape." I'm like, "Bro, it's fucking November."
I'm in my Bruins jersey.
Yes.
But you do. But I grew up going Wildwood. I grew up going to Wildwood, and I love Wildwood. I still go. I take the girls there. We love it. We love Wildwood. But and it's Cape Cod is a different. It's a different. It's so different. It's not. It's not. If you're going thinking you're going to go to a place like Wildwood or.
And that's what I did. Right. When I was a kid, that's what I did. Yeah, so I was like,
oh, you're expecting.
Yeah, I was expecting like, all right, we're gonna go to Wildwood. They got like an amusement park, boardwalk where there's all games.
We
like
always do the boardwalk shit.
Yeah, so I was expecting that. And I get there, my mom's like, "Oh, there's a trampoline park down the road." And I get there, there's
mini golf.
It's not even a sky zone. It's like some fucking redneck bullshit.
Jay, you pay like $10 for 10 minutes on a fucking 4x4 trampoline square just to jump up and down. So me and my two brothers just sitting there going boom, boom. I'm
Those
like,
guys are making bush light in the back, fucking building trampolines like $10 an hour.
Fuck,
and then once you're in your place,
and I'm like 16, you know what I mean? I don't want to do this.
And once you're in your place for the night at Cape Cod, you're in your place. You ain't going out walking around.
No nightlife. There's no nightlife.
There's nothing to do. So expect just to chill.
11 o'clock shut down.
Yeah,
whole town
for sure.
Maybe a gas
station. I mean, it's 10 o'clock everywhere.
Yeah, 10 o'clock for the most part.
Probably.
A couple gas stations open.
Cumbies. You could catch Cumbies maybe open till 11. That's about it.
That's it. It's crazy. So, like, we might be going out there bringing the boys out for a weekend. I talked to a few of them. Fairway sounded like he was interested. Steve and Hank. So, I haven't spoke to Bob or Jay really about it yet. So, hopefully these guys get on board. Get Kev going and bring. That's the whole Pitch Putt crew.
Yeah, I mean, we sleep 6, so everyone's gonna have to Airbnb a place. So
yeah, that's nothing.
We have about 6. We have about 6 guys ourselves, so we can't fit them all with us. But they all plan. They're all from the Golf Week tour. Okay. So I think we could have an awesome event.
Yeah, just a little outing.
Absolutely. And before I just want to throw out back to the Golf Week tour. If anybody wants to look it up, get a hold of Adam Cahill. He's a really good guy. You can shoot him a text. 518-705-0820. He's really chill. You can give him a call, give you any information you want. This amateur tour is really for any level golfer. I don't want anybody to get like...
See, I'm glad you're saying that.
Like, yeah, I don't want anybody to get like feel nervous to come because you know what? People come and shoot the 110, 120. I've seen awful scores.
Because it's broken down into flights, right?
Exactly. Yep. So it starts from champ flight, which is scratch. Yep. And then A is, I believe, 3 to 5 handicap. Okay. And then it goes all the way up to D flight, which is 17.9 and up as handicap. So it's and you don't need no GIN to get in, but you will get exposed if you're trying to,
If you think you're a 5 handicap.
Right. You don't want to do
that.
Sandbag. Don't be a sandbagger here, dude. But yeah,
you'll never play again.
Yeah,
you'll never get invited. You'll never get put back on the list.
They will bump you down.
They
see that you were.
They'll adjust you accordingly.
Right. So and then the end
be down to the other 2 flights in one round.
And then the end of the year, there's actually where we're booked. I booked. There's a net. What's great about this thing is you play 4 events and you automatically qualify. It's a national thing. You play against, again, I was saying earlier, it's a nationwide thing, so people from all over the country go down to Hilton Head in October, and I just booked our place. So I'll be doing that this year and competing against about 200 people on my flight. That's cool. So there's some big money involved if you could win it. I mean, if you could put 3 rounds together. Yeah. It's definitely sick. But yeah, check out www.amateurgolftour.net and give Adam a call. And I mean, it's like I said, it's just the camaraderie of all the guys, it's great. Yeah, it's really fun.
My buddy Neil sent me that last year. He seen it on Facebook or something and sent me the link, and I looked at it. And I'm glad you said that there's the different skill levels because when I first seen it, I didn't look like into it, and I was like, I'm not going to put all this money and travel and do all this and get my ass kicked every weekend. It's just stupid. But then I didn't know until I think you posted something where I looked more into it that there was different flights for it. I'm like, oh shit, if I put myself in a flight where I'm competing against people my same skill level, it might be a little bit more interesting for me to do, which I'm probably thinking about getting into something, but I can't leave my guys on Sunday with the pitch, putt, and puff. That'd be the only thing.
Well, you know, honestly, I was telling JR, anytime there's not a Sunday event, you know where I'm at.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know where I love the thing you got going on.
It's
I've
fun,
never
man.
had a bad round. I mean, I've had a bad round.
But you had a good time.
I had an amazing time.
That's
with
the
guys.
thing.
There's never been a dull
The thing
moment.
about the golf week is you only need to go to 4 events.
To qualify for all the stuff.
Go to October.
Yeah, right. That's what I was saying. So it's not a huge, no commitment.
4 events.
No commitment.
Right.
If you want to do that, even.
That's
I mean,
cool though. 4 events, like you might be able to squeeze that.
Yeah,
it's literally
Like, yo, guys,
like I said,
do
he's
this
got
4 times
like
over
4
like
months.
30 weeks.
Like with free, obviously 1 week in the county. If there's an outing, then boom, we're in there for
like
one.
the tournaments and shit.
Do
There
that
you go.
tournament,
So he's
boom.
got one at Saratoga Lake that's $105. Like I was telling Mike,
But you're getting 2 rounds of golf.
and that's a day one.
Okay.
So the 2 rounds of golf are, you know, like I think Freer last year was like 165 for the 2 rounds.
Okay.
But that was with prize money,
Yes,
trophies.
yes.
You know
Right,
what I mean? So
right.
it's not just the round.
You're getting perks out of it. too.
Most of the 2-day events I've seen on the new thing are like 200.
Yeah, they're at nicer places.
Right.
Highland and
250.
Highland we played
For a
Highland
2-day
was it you
event.
last year? No, I was with Bud. We went up to Highland like literally this time last year because it was a day like today. It was 50-something degrees. It just wasn't soaking wet. We went up to Highland. I think it was me, Aaron, Bob, and my buddy Mike went up there. It's like January 15th or something. We went up there.
That's awesome.
First round of the year last year.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I liked Highland. Just all like the false backs. That I didn't know the course.
Yeah.
So that's where I lost a lot of strokes. You know, if you overshoot a green at Freer Park, you're in a little bit of rough. You overshoot a green at Highland, you're gone.
Yeah.
You're in the red.
Yeah.
You know? And it was
it's a tough course. It's nice, but it's tough.
if you don't play the course, you don't know that. So I was overshooting a lot, and it was some penalties. So, but it's a nice course.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
That people definitely check those guys out. That's we're looking to get him on here at some point and get a little bit more into that, the whole amateur golf tour there.
Absolutely. Thanks, man. Yeah,
that's pretty
sure.
cool. So
If you do want to save a stroke or two, I would say, for me, off your score, try to figure out what your numbers are in your clubs. Like,
Yes.
really do it. Like, don't just like assume or like go to the range, find a target, hit like
practice time
20 balls, and like take the ones that you were like, yo, those 3 were probably really good. I shot like when I hit those how I would like. They went like exactly that number, you know.
150 and in.
Yeah,
that's the
That's
most.
score.
Well,
Hit dial down there.
Well, it's
man.
funny you said that
Don't
because
be overshooting greens. Like
what I did after I left the sim the other night was I went on my notes on my phone and I did just that. I started with my 3-wood that I was absolutely crushing.
that shit's so
And
important.
I
If
said
you're off 10 yards, dude, you're in trouble, bro.
Right,
you can't be off
but
10
I
yards
went-
on your
you
iron
would rather be
shots.
short 10 yards than long 10
Right,
yards.
but I went from my 3-wood down, and I said, this is where
Gotta
I'm at,
figure
and
it
I
out.
dialed it in. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's what you got to do. You're right.
I would say have like a 3-yard window. Like I'm gonna hit this 163 to like 167, 168. Like don't get 5-10 yards apart. Try to get like 3. Get like 3 maybe on each side at the most.
That's it.
Like
That's it. So like last year,
you got to figure that out. That's how you hit GERS and
Absolutely.
fucking get low scores.
So last year, remember me when I went on that one stretch? Like I started hitting my irons last year, like clean, like how I was hitting them in the bunker the other night. Like I hit my 7-iron in there, 214.
It was nuts. It was
I'm
nuts.
like, what the fuck? I don't even hit my driver that far sometimes. So I started like really hitting it clean, and then like my yardage. So 2 years ago, my 7-iron was my 150 club. Last year, that was my pitching wedge. Don't know what I did different. I just showed up and started playing golf. Legit, still don't know. So now with these clubs, it's going to take me another adjustment period to get them figured out on the distance and go from there. But that is huge, though, because once you do dial it in, it makes a huge difference, especially if Freer Park 90% of the time. You want to be short opposed to long.
I don't think I ever shot good at Freer unless I hit my GERS like over 50%.
You have to. You have to.
But you won't do that like oh, why did that only go this far? Like, you got to put that club in your hand and be like, yo, this is my 127. I know it. Like, I'm 125. This is going to work out. And then it just works the fuck out.
That's when you can pin hunt.
Yeah.
You know, that's when you're like, I am going to put this
I know exactly how far I can hit this shit.
I hit this clean and it's going to go where I want to go. Boom.
Yeah. Hitting it clean is the key.
That's the key. That's the key. So, tell us, you guys tell us the plans for your podcast. What type of content should we expect?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to branch out to not only golfers. I'm just hoping people traveling to the Cape, because we're going to talk about our favorite eats out there. We have a lot of places already. Shout out to Brack's Landing, one of our favorite places. An absolute beautiful spot. You sit out on a marina and just watch boats coming in and amazing burgers. Mike, what do you think?
Spot on, dude.
But yeah, I want to reach out.
What part of the Cape are you guys in?
We're in Brewster's, which is basically like right in the middle. But we got Dennis right next to us. We got Harwich right next to us.
So you're on the east or what?
Yeah.
What do they call it?
No, I don't know. We're on the bay. You know, we're on the bay side, so we're right next to the we're next to the bay.
Yeah.
We're within a mile from the bay. But
so I'm on the opposite. That's why I'm on the south side.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
We're almost right at the elbow.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, so I want to branch out to not only golf listeners, but maybe people going to the Cape that want to. Hey, what is there to eat out there? Like we said, it's not, you kind of got to get in your car and drive around places.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna definitely share places to go, beaches to go.
That's Sunday school. You guys, is there Sunday school?
Yeah. One of it's the ice cream place is awesome.
Sunday school is lit,
but there's even another ice cream place which I forgot the name of it, but I will find out. That literally, like, you could watch them hand making the ice cream. Like it's
old school. It's all old school shit out
there.
Like
when they say like homemade ice cream, it's legitimately they're churning the cream. They're like, it's some shit. It's awesome. But
chocolate store.
But yeah, the Chocolate Sparrow. I want to just give, I love Cape Cod. I've been growing up going there, and I want to give them some love with this. And I think I got a crowd that'll listen to both, the golf end and the Cape Cod end.
And I think really the more exposure you get out there along with here, is going to benefit you because of the tourists going there. It's going to bring your exposure. When they leave, it's going to bring that exposure to where they're going. Yeah, so I think that's a real good plan and route that you guys are taking for sure.
For sure, man.
That's
So I think that, and then we'll be talking a lot about the tour. We'll be talking about. I'm definitely not only going to talk about the Cape. I'm going to be talking golf stuff. Ton of golf stuff, live, PGA, drama, other sports activity.
Yeah.
Just everyday stuff like you do. You get into conversation and we're just going to chill. We're going to just talk. It up. Absolutely. That's really it. But
just think about it. When you're in the Cape, you guys go play a round of golf, and then you guys are probably sitting down, rolling one up, chilling. That's probably having a conversation that you could just record, and that's your podcast.
That's where we were thinking. I'm like, let's
do
this.
That's your podcast. What you're doing anyway is a podcast.
How about Tiger and Nike?
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, that's where this, like I said, it started with us just going out there playing different courses, and then Mikey looked up a map, like I said earlier in this episode, and when he got the map, just that clicked about, all right, let's have a bucket list type thing, a quest for 50 type thing,
that's cool.
To play all 50 courses, and that was even before. Then I said, you know what? I said, let's invite some people along for the ride.
Yep.
If they want to come,
we're going to have to do something special in order to get onto the private courses.
Well, that's what I said.
And that's where all this is going to hopefully come into play.
Absolutely, Eastward Ho and Chatham. I mean, if you go look up pictures, unbelievable.
Private courses.
Listen, you want to hear something funny? I tried. I'm not going to do it again, but I tried following them 2 times on Instagram. It's a members only. For Eastward Ho, there's nothing else. I followed every other golf course on Cape. Followed everybody, reached out to everybody.
So you got 40. You're 49 to 50. Listen, so your quest for 50 is 2 times.
So they literally denied me twice.
Sneaking onto that course.
They're like, who is this dude? They're like, I ain't accepting him. But we'll see. I mean, that's the whole thing. If I could get that. That's one of the biggest goals. I'm not trying to make any money here, dude. I'm just chilling.
That's it, man.
I'm
having
having
fun.
Thing. You know what I mean? And
that's the whole thing.
If like I said, if I could get golf on some of these private courses, that'd be pretty epic.
Hopefully, Cape Cod golf guys can hook us up.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. Go check them out. Cape Cod Golf Guys on Instagram.
That map.
CapeCodGolfGuys.com. The they gave me a little bit of push with this too. Just the idea of all the Cape Cod courses. I definitely piggybacked the Upstate Golf Guys thing a little bit. You know what I mean? It's just a cool name, Cape Cod Golf Guys, Upstate Golf Guys. So absolutely. I definitely piggybacked that a little bit, but they're definitely cool. Go check out their stuff and go check out what they got to offer. I bought 3 awesome hoodies from them for the guys, and they rock, man.
Oh, you guys were wearing them at the bunker.
They started out when I found the map, so
shit.
I've watched them grow over the past few years.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So they're getting big, and they seem pretty cool.
They've played Eastward Ho a few times. I know that.
So they got the plug. That's the guys you need to talk to, man.
I don't want to be annoying either. You know what I mean?
Right, that's it.
I don't want to be like, not because I gotta ease into the relationship.
That's literally what
I gotta ease into the relationship. Yeah, we can't do that.
I'll tell you after dinner,
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Trying to get up her shirt.
Trying to give a feel and you take her out.
That's even like what I did with XG, getting him on. I went to that comedy show over the summer. He said to me, "Yo, for you coming out to the show, driving a couple hours, man, I'll jump on the podcast." And I was with my wife. I was like, "Yo, I got her as a witness," joking. And then we were supposed to do something in October. It fell through. And then I was like, you know what? Let me reach out to him again. Not going to bother him. I reached out to him something completely different. Didn't even ask him about the podcast. He's like, yo, I'm still down to do the podcast. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, all right, now I'm definitely going to take him up on this opportunity. And then I reached out to him again, and he's like, yeah, next Wednesday's perfect.
Hell yeah.
Text me his phone number, the whole 9 yards. I'm like, dude, I watch this guy every day on fucking podcasts and YouTube, and probably listen to him more than I listen to anything else.
You must have got that feeling in your stomach a little bit, though, when you started.
I was nervous, dude. I was like, at first I was nervous, but what was good is the fact that I got to meet him before and had a conversation with him. So having a conversation was a little bit easier opposed to being like, oh shit, I'm talking to someone I'm a fan of pretty much. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh shit. It was cool though. It was a cool opportunity. He shared it a couple times, so shout out to him for that.
Oh yeah.
But Mike, it's funny you brought up Tiger because I'm gonna, just get into some current events and shit. What do you guys think about Tiger leaving Nike after 27 years? Literally, I thought you were looking at my notes because that was the next thing on my notes, man.
I got T-Dub shirts already. I don't give a fuck if the Nike symbol's not on there.
Right.
I'll still get it.
You always rather it not be on there.
I don't give a fuck about that Nike symbol on the Tiger Woods shit.
But the money, though, who do you think he goes to? Because he's going to get paid by somebody to go somewhere.
Bro, he can build a sweatshop himself if he wants. He's got money.
I hope TaylorMade picks him up. I hope TaylorMade
for clothes.
Well, seeing as how Malbon just picked up
his kid, right?
Jason Day.
Yeah.
He just and they're them. Yeah, they're small.
They're very small. And when I saw that, I went and looked into them. They're not.
Well, that's what I think.
Jason Day.
I think what
Tiger's he make it own, dude. I don't think he needs any.
What I think he's going to do, though, I think it's kind of going to be like making his own. He's going to start with someone small like that and try to build up the brand, but buy in ownership of it. So when he
just own the whole thing by the time.
So by the time he puts his name on it, you're already added however many $1 million. So that company's going to boom. He owns
Jason Day model shoes soon.
98% of you know what I mean, all that shit. So I think he's, and then he get his son involved.
Everybody loves his cleats.
Everything.
They're one of the best.
They think he's for cleats. They think he's going to go to FootJoy,
bro.
To go to FootJoy for cleats. So that'd be interesting to see.
You know how much money all his apparel and shoes and stuff that he had by Nike just went up overnight. If he bought a pair of T-Dubs,
doing? What's their game plan?
I mean, they don't make clubs no more. They're just trying to. It seems like they're trying to ease their way out of the golf game. But I hope I wear Nike all day, so I'm hoping
they got Rory, Tony Finau now.
Yeah, just keep coming out with a couple polos for me, and I'll be good. That's all. I'm a Nike guy all day. It's funny because Christmas and stuff, I always get those that Under Armour polo or something like that. I'm always I feel bad because it's a gift. But now to the point, everybody knows, Nike or nothing type thing. So it works out good.
Riders don't wear anything but Nike.
No, all day. Nike, it's got to have the canes on it. The other thing, let's see here, some current events to get into. Currently, we had Jersey Jerry shoot, 2,600 shots for the hole-in-one. You guys see that on Instagram?
Yeah.
The Barstool guy? That shit was crazy.
There was another guy who did it in a Speedo.
Yeah, I seen that. Followed it up. I seen that.
Oh, God. The internet. We got to love the internet, man.
There's always going to be that one-upper.
Always. Always.
That was awesome.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's pretty funny.
I was going to bring up Michigan winning the national championship, but since Brad's not here, we'll skip on that. Nothing to talk about there. Nothing to talk about. Nick Saban retiring today, though. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Congrats to his amazing career.
That's crazy.
That guy.
Go enjoy your money.
Yeah. Dude, he's done it. He
How long
dominated.
you been around, dude? Like, just
For real.
Dude, he
just
dominated.
go disappear and just go do whatever.
What
dude.
was it? They had
Just don't go to Epstein Island.
No doubt.
Well, it's like Bill Belichick. Why is he really going to go in and start another? But you know what? He's got such an ego. He wants to go.
He wants to prove he can do it without
with
time.
another team.
He wants to prove that he can do it without time.
Yeah.
And then new segment I'm going to try to mix in here. Have you guys join us for it. It's going to be just 3 random questions. Completely random, like just shit I completely fucking came up off the top with or seen on the internet. It was like saved it for the podcast. What's your biggest pet peeve on a golf course? Going to be one golf
Gotta be. All right, so
this
has to do with one of the rules, and I don't give a shit. I will move the damn ball, but when my awesome drive lands in a divot and I'm 100 out and I'm in a divot and somebody from the tour says you got to leave that ball there, got to hit it from there, because there's sigulars on tour. Those, it's.
Yeah.
But come on, man, change that rule. Change that rule. But you move it an inch behind the divot. Why get punished for an amazing
Even if you're just moving it back.
That's
Move
it.
Back.
You're not moving it any forward.
Nope.
But when you land in that popular landing zone, come on. How do you get punished? There's too many other dumb rules in golf that they should make.
Most golf carts nowadays don't even have anything to fill in a divot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's a
more chances of landing in one.
Ground under repair, right? It should be ground under repair, which you are able to move the ball.
Should be.
I mean, come on. So that's my biggest pet peeve. Mike, I think I have a feeling I know what his is, but go ahead.
I don't know if you're going to know what mine is. But, fall golf. Golf carts should have leaf blowers.
Yeah?
Yeah, I bring
We
mine.
don't have spotters.
Yep, I bring mine.
Around 250 yards out there.
Yep.
Especially in the Northeast.
Oh,
we
dude.
just get, leaves come out of nowhere.
So last year I started bringing mine and brought it all the time. Boom, 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 used it. This year I didn't need to bring it. Like, they did a real good job up at Freer cleaning it up. Good for us. I mean, we were playing quite a bit. And the leaves really didn't fall to the point too early this year where it really affected us.
So you bring a leaf blower?
I bring one, yeah. I got a little small Ryobi,
awesome.
Happy Homeowner joint. I throw right in the middle of the 2 bags. We get up to the green.
I gotta see what kind it is because I'm gonna buy one.
Dude, it was like $80.
I don't want to get the wrong one.
No, bro, it's
get
perfect.
One that's way too long.
There's smaller ones too. You
good.
can fit right
I
in
used
the
it.
right in the bag. Yeah,
It works.
So if you say like you're over on 4 and you shank one to the left, you're like, oh shit. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
It's so sick.
You ever blow off leaves and find like 6 balls? Like,
Nah.
you know what I mean? Like oh shit,
I probably could,
there's
No doubt.
after the
One,
course
two,
closed,
three,
go out there with a
four.
leaf blower.
Just go around
and
with
find
thousands of
Dude,
balls.
there's that one guy who walks up and down 7 all day.
Yeah,
and
you
just
said
like,
golf.
seven
Go
Get
in.
that leaf
What
blower.
was he
that's
selling
fast.
for? Like $1?
Because I give up real quick when I hit the balls in the leaves in the fall. I give up real quick. I just drop one. I just
Yep.
I start using crabby balls once I
Yeah.
see it like fall. I'm like, this is $5 golf balls.
He don't care.
$5
$5 golf ball.
yeah.
He's dropping a new one.
I'll find
every
like something
I
I would have
do.
found during the year that's been sitting in my
Right,
bag,
some halfway
like,
decent Callaway or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, like an ERC soft
yeah,
or
that's
something
the
around
3
like
red, white, and blue stripe one. Yeah, that's what I
Bro,
started
I'm not
using.
playing no $5 ball and fucking fall on a tree underneath, and I'm not finding that if it goes in there. I'd be pissed if I lost that.
What's your
ball.
biggest pet peeve, Jay, on a golf course?
Um,
Something that just pisses you off out there all the time.
ooh, I don't really know. There's a lot.
Mine's pace of play.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Mine's pace of play. Like, keep the fucking... Like, there's times out there this year, we've seen people giving fucking lessons. Like, there's 3 groups backed up behind... Like, there's 2 groups on a tee box waiting to go because you're giving fucking lessons.
On the first hole. I was there that day.
Yeah, remember that? They had to go move
Yo,
around.
the first hole,
Saratoga.
this guy was trying to give his girl or somebody a lesson. They just hit their drives, and he's like, she chunks this first one,
like
then he tries to give her
75
a
yards.
lesson. Does it, chunks it again. We're like, look at me. All of us together started like, yo, I think he's giving her like a lesson, dude. And he's like,
yeah, this ain't the day for
oh,
that.
he really is. And he had to like go out there. I was like, bro, that's a wild lesson on the first hole with people on the box waiting.
Yeah, there's a lot of fuckery that goes on sometimes.
Sometimes like dude, long pre-shot routines.
Yeah.
They fucking piss me off, dude.
There you go.
Handling?
Like, bro,
Yeah,
if I had to play with
I do it
that guy,
sometimes.
bro,
I'm guilty of that myself
God,
sometimes.
dude. I could never.
I'm guilty of that myself sometimes, like getting up there, like I do my little fucking
It's different
waddle to
if you're
get
like changing
comfortable.
your mind about something, or like something came up.
Changing
and
clubs.
then,
Right.
Like, you're just fucking like, kind of just standing around. Like, what are you thinking about?
Right.
Bro? It's been like 30 seconds.
Or
Like,
like
what are
when-
you doing?
when
You're
it's a
shaking
putt.
this ball. And then they shake it because they fucking waited
When it's
30
a
minutes
putt.
to hit it.
Someone could be sitting there lining that up, like you got 3 other people to go or whatever, and you're sitting there lining it up. You got a good idea where you want to go, and then like I know you want to like readjust yourself, but like basically starting that process all over. And it's like,
Like,
you've had
you gotta
10
move
minutes.
it real quick. Move
to
it
do
real
that.
quick. You don't have to do the whole like pre-shot routine again, or
Yeah.
like, dude, some
As long
people
as,
take
as, long as
way
you're not
too
playing
long.
for money.
Right. That's an
like-
issue. Yeah, it's something that we've had an issue with that in the
Putting,
past.
You take a little bit, you get down on it, you might stand up, not realize that you were kind of like way off. But like, dude, I'm like,
Happens a lot for a park.
Yeah, we had an
what do
issue
you-
with
how
some
long can you
stroke
wiggle
shaving.
that stick for? And like, before you shake this ball,
Right,
and then,
right.
like you shake it because you were over it for 30 minutes.
And like a lot of times you realize the less you think while you're up there, the better you do. Just get up there, put
Take
the
your
ball
practice
down,
swing, get
grip
the
it, and
good
rip it.
feel, and then you gotta go, man. I don't know what people are thinking up there.
So I get up there and rip it, but one thing I am guilty of is changing clubs. Is I'll get out there. I'm a
When
visual.
that stuff happens, that's fine.
I'm
Yeah,
a
yeah,
visual
yeah.
guy, and I'll see my GPS, and it says, like 150, and I'll go up there and I'll look, and it's uphill a little bit. I'll be like, you know what? I want my 7-iron instead of my 8. You know what I mean? I need a little more distance.
Yeah.
You know,
The guys that sit up there
so
and like
it's
waggle like fucking. And
Yeah,
I'm
I don't do that
what
shit.
are you-
Like Hank's funny. Hank does the same thing
what
every
are you
time, but he
doing?
takes a good
What are
30
you
seconds.
thinking about? What do you think? Like,
the
what are you seriously
the
thinking about?
waggle,
That
the
whole
reset.
time.
But like with Hank, Hammer and Hank, he'll acknowledge. How long? That was a good 6-minute warm or setup, right? And he'll like acknowledge as he walks back to the cart. So like, sorry guys, like good 6
Go to
minutes
the
there.
ball,
Like,
step back,
he
finish the
acknowledges it at
conversation, go back to the ball. Like, oh.
let's see. Here's another random question. I seen this one on Barstool, so I got to give them a shout out. Would you rather be stuck in a mall with 1,000 snakes or 1 gorilla? What do you think, Ant?
Snakes.
snakes all day.
Is everybody
Snakes.
trying to kill you?
Yeah,
Snakes.
What kind of snakes?
like poisonous cobras, all the python, all that shit.
Take the snakes. The gorilla. Gorilla's sneaky and smart. It gets you.
Bro,
Snakes.
I'll take that gorilla all day. Fuck a snake. I ain't gonna be in a building. I hate snakes with a passion. Those snakes can creep up on you at any point, dude. Where you sleeping? You're gonna try to sleep. At least if you see the
So
gorilla
you
come.
just try to fight the gorilla? And
Well, you can at least run. If you're in a mall, I'm going to Dick's.
right.
I'm getting some shit to build.
Let me just go to Track and Fire.
Let me clear up this question. How long are you stuck in the mall with them for? Are you just like chilling for like
You have to
shopping,
run
or are
through
you
real
actually
fast, like-
like
Let's say a week.
a week?
So you're gonna have to
Break?
sleep. You're gonna have to sleep.
A week.
You're in there for a week with
Gotta
it.
take
Gonna
the
have to
gorilla
sleep.
and try to
Let's
hide.
see. All right, now things change a little bit.
Definitely.
That's a lot of snakes. That's a lot of snakes, bro.
Still-
Snakes.
Still snakes.
I'm hanging the whole week on the escalators.
Man, them boys can
They'll slither up that fucking shit.
slither.
They'll slither up that
I'm
shit.
gonna see what I'm doing with a gorilla. I'm finding a small ass space with that rifle I got from Dick's Sporting Goods.
True.
And I'm posting
gonna
up
go.
somewhere real low, and I'm
He's gonna
hiding out.
grab you by your
know-
feet,
you
and
know how
he's
many-
gonna flip, flop, flip, flop, flip.
There's a lot of tunnels in those malls, man, and then back always in those malls,
Oh my
man.
god.
Yeah,
That's
man.
a good question. Though.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
seen
one.
that
That's
on
a good-
Barstool. I
like
thought
it.
that'd be a good
Shout
one.
out to Bar- They're another. I mean, who is it? Riggs and
Yeah, it
Foreplay
was
Golf. I mean,
Foreplay. Yeah,
those are the kind of guys you dream of. I mean, listen, they started somewhere.
they obviously
It's
had a nice backing to what they did.
Big time. But listen, what these guys do is a dream job, ain't
Oh, yeah.
it?
Dude,
Oh my god!
post
They were just
videos
out there
of-
with Tiger. See the one with
They posted
Tiger?
Tiger today. I didn't see it yet.
I mean, just chilling with him. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that'd be
Fucking
dope.
Awesome. So dope.
That'd be pretty
Hell yeah.
dope. And the last little question here, the 3-part questions. Your favorite sports movie?
You know what I've been watching? Tin Cup.
Tin
Shout
Cup.
out to the golf movie Tin Cup.
Tin Cup.
Classic Kevin Costner. It's a good one I could watch at the store over and over again. And that's
Yeah, dude, like, there's so many.
It's a good one.
There's
I don't
so
know.
many.
It's golf related. I love golf, and I laugh my balls off at what's his name, Cheech.
Teach
One,
yeah.
He's
one
great.
that like I can be flicking through and stop on at any given point in time is probably the Bad News Bears.
Okay. The old school original
The
one, right?
old
Yeah.
school. Yep.
Not that new shit.
That's always a go
I always liked the one when they went to, they played in the Astrodome.
Yep.
That was one of my favorites. I forget which one it was. I love that shit. That was a good one. Like, that'd be so cool to do that. Kelly Lee.
I would say for me, either Remember the Titans or the Mighty Ducks D2.
D2, the Olympic
USA
one.
versus Iceland.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit is goated, I think, bro.
You want to play some hockey?
Quack Attack is back.
When they were all rollerblading and they went through the mall and they fucking, hell yeah. That was
like,
awesome.
think about it as like a 12, 13-year-old kid just be like rollerblading through the mall, causing havoc like that with no repercussions. That'd be sick.
Amazing.
Mine would probably be The Program. You guys ever see that? The college football movie, The Program?
Great movie.
Omar Epps, James Caan. There's a bunch of people in that.
Feel good movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
All the feels.
That's a good one.
Slapshot would be another.
And then,
Classic.
and then my other one would
That's
probably
a
be
great
the Sandlot for me.
You
would
can
be
go
my
on
other
and
one.
on this topic, bro.
That's what I mean. The Sandlot
come
would be mine. No doubt. But yeah, let's wrap this up. We've been on here for almost an hour now. Appreciate you guys coming on. Definitely going to help promote the podcast, get you guys all set up, whatever you guys need to do.
Yeah, just give us a follow. 518 Golf the Cape on Instagram or any hashtag Upstate Golf Guys, and you'll find us. And
you got the YouTube page as well, right?
Yeah, that'll be on the link. Yeah,
okay,
we're goofballs that love golf. We shoot in the 80s, 90s, and we have fun out there doing it. And
feel free to critique.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks so much, Raj. And,
no doubt, guys.
Really had a good time here.
No doubt. I appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back on in a couple weeks. Once again, Jay, appreciate you having us set up here and take the time out of your night to have us, man. Shout out to you and your girl for letting us do this, man.
Yeah, no problem.
From peace out, everybody, from the Hey Man Studios. Later.